Welcome back to the Wind Temple, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through this door and see what lies in store for us, just like how I told you guys we were going to do in the last episode. Now, not much happened in the last episode. We did start this temple off, but really, not too much else happened. Oh boy, did you see those? Did you see how those statues ran into poor little Macker over there? They just kind of bumped right into him, even though they knew that they had spikes connected to their sides and all of that, their hips, if you will. And that one's going crazy already. So as you guys remember, just go ahead and use your Master Sword or whatever weapon you want to use to hit the gem at the back of on their back, pretty much. Oh man, I don't have any more magic. Let's see if this grass has magic for me. Ah man, there's no magic at all whatsoever, really. Now what am I supposed to do? I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to get magic. Do I have any more? Oh, I do have more of Grandma's hearty soup, but unfortunately I don't really want to use it right now. I mean, I'm at full hearts, so using it right now would kind of be a waste. Let's see if there's any other way that I could get magic. Aw man, it looks like there's really no other way. Can I push this thing? Really? No? Where am I supposed to get magic from? Okay, I will be right back. Okay, so there was magic in that little patch of grass. I'm going to use my Deku Leaf and see if I can open this gate or whatever. There you go. Oh, Little Macker, let's go. Little Macker. I kind of forgot about this guy here. I can't really forget about Little Macker because he's such an important character in this temple, in this dungeon, you know? Can I put you over here? Would you mind standing here for me? Alright, and then if I stand over here, Oh, this is just to open the gate. Okay, so that's not so important. Just ignore those switches, I guess. And let's just move on to this area of the room. Avoiding that really sharp object over there. We don't want to touch that. Let's use the command melody and then control Macker so that we can plant these seeds in these little patches of dirt. As you guys remember, planting these patches of dirt will grow these really big trees, like instantaneously, and for some reason or another it activates it serves as switches in this dungeon, if you guys remember. So I believe that this is going to open this door over here. Again, I don't know how that works, although it's really interesting. It looks like these trees have smiley faces. Take a look. Let me enter first person mode and show you guys. Look at this. That's adorable. You see how those two holes at the top are the eyes, and then it's got like that mouth that's kind of tilted sideways, that's kind of rotated a bit. That's a little cute, if you ask me. As with the Earth Temple, by the way. Did I call this the Earth Temple or the Wind Temple? This is the Wind Temple for the record. But just like with the Earth Temple, I don't entirely remember how to clear this dungeon. So you guys are going to need to be a little bit patient with me, as you guys already have been. It's just, whoa, don't touch me, please. Don't touch me. I didn't expect to see these guys again. The last time we saw these guys was in the Forest Haven, I believe. And as you remember, these guys will absorb your magic, so you don't want them to touch you. And of course, they will grab you and keep you from progressing through the temple. You don't really want that. We want to be able to progress and to continue our adventure. But it looks like this little area here is just around in case I run out of magic, I guess. So thankfully now I am not only at full health, but I am also at full magic. So that is something else. That is pretty good. Now let's control Macker one more time, because it looks like we need to use him to fly up to this area. Now I could have sworn that I heard one of those magical toucans. That's what I'm going to call them now. Magical toucans, because that's what they look like, right? I've never seen a toucan in a wizard's robe before. The only other toucan that I'm familiar with is Toucan Sam from the Fruit Loops commercial. The one that always has his Fruit Loops stolen by his nephews. I think they're stolen by his nephews. I remember how that poor Trix rabbit would never get to taste his own cereal. Is that not sad or what? I think that's pretty sad. But that's beside the point. Let's plant this last seed over here. Each time we enter a room, it seems like we have to plant more and more seeds. But how is this going to help me? Okay, so as before, it unlocks the doors, but it activates all of these dead hands, and now, oh, That's unfortunate. It looks like we're just going to have to continue this dungeon without Little Macker. It's not like he's so important that we have to rescue him, you know? I'm just kidding. That's absolutely terrible. We want to rescue that guy, but I'm not entirely sure where we're going to find him. First, we have to take care of these P-hats first. I mean, they didn't do anything yet, but oh, wait a second. Before I say anything more about P-hats, thankfully, Little Macker was in the room next to us the whole time, so that's not so bad. Oh, what? Another P-hat? You know what would be really nice right now? If I had a hook shot. I think that I might be getting the hook shot in this dungeon if I do remember correctly. If I do even get the hook shot in this game at all. I'm pretty sure the hook shot does exist, even though there is already a grappling hook, right? I know that there has to be a hook shot somewhere. ShdwjGaming! The stone that blocks the entrance seems extremely heavy. The only way you can move it, ShdwjGaming, is if you were to become as heavy as the Great Deku Tree himself. If only the Great Deku Tree were here right now. It would be nice if he were here, but as you guys remember, the Deku Tree does not have arms. I mean, even though he is a tree and does have branches and all of that, he doesn't have arms to lift this, so I don't know what you're talking about. Although I'm a little confused as to what I am supposed to do. I am pretty heavy with the iron boots and all. I can't pick it up, surprisingly, even though I do have, what's that item called? The power bracelet? Yeah, it is called the power bracelet, and that's what allows you to pick up those really heavy items. So, maybe... there's a P-hat right above me, by the way. I can see your shadow there, P-hat. You can't fool me. I know that you are there. But, Little Macker, I am a little confused. Do you want me to control you? Is that what you want me to do? That's totally unrelated to being heavy, though. To being as heavy as the Great Deku Tree. And it looks like I cannot escape here by flying, just like how Medley escaped her little prison whenever she was caught by the dead hands. And it looks like Macker can't even open these treasure chests here, so... I am still uncertain as to what to do. You know what? I think that I'm going to see if there's anything else that I can do before rescuing Little Macker, because I do have a bit of an idea now as to how I might save him. But let's see what's over here now. You know what? I forgot. I've got the boomerang. As a matter of fact, I don't have just the boomerang, but I also have arrows, so that will really help in fighting these guys. Oh, you see, it's so much easier than using two moves. I get to use just one single move, and that is shooting the arrow from my bow. It's a lot more convenient and a lot more efficient than using both the Deku Leaf and... oh, I see a Floor Master down there. And then both using the Deku Leaf and using the sword to finish him off. Oh my goodness. Man, just like how these guys are in the Earth Temple, they have to be here in the Wind Temple too. I don't really know what's up with these guys, but they need to leave me alone. And not only me, but they need to leave me as well as Medley and Macker alone. And I think that this is going to open the gate, as it did before, thankfully. We haven't really seen much use with the iron boots quite yet. I mean, we did use the iron boots to jump on top of this spring and then have it spring us upwards and all, but really, we haven't seen any other use for it, but I have a feeling that that is going to change. Up here! What? Oh, I got you. My bad. So you gotta close that first, for the record. You wanna close that, and then use your iron boots to use the spring, and then jump over here, and then make it over here, and then you're going to celebrate and be all happy. But I'm actually not that happy because I saw one of those giant boulders where you have to conduct, you know, one of those songs. But unfortunately, we need Macker in order to break those, as you guys remember. Just like how we needed Medley in the Earth Temple to play on her harp in order to break these here rocks. These here boulders. It's even got the instrument that Macker plays on it, and that was close. Right before I entered into first-person mode, the P-hat tried to annihilate me, but that's not going to work, P-hat. I'm a little more alert than that. Thankfully, there is a door that we can enter here. I don't think that we need Little Macker quite yet, because as I said, I don't know how we're going to go about rescuing him. There is a switch over there, though, so I want to see what that's all about. Typically, it's probably going to open some kind of gate or open some kind of door. Yep, that's what I thought. But if I step off, will it... Alright, good. It doesn't close it again. Oh, no! Oh, I dropped a little too early. That fireball frightened me. Oh, man, you silly magical toucans, you magician toucans, if you will. That reminds me of the YouTuber Attacking Toucans. I think that is his name. I mean, I know his name, but I don't actually watch his content. Although from what I've seen before, it is pretty good and high quality stuff. But you know what? I'm not going to leave a link to his description or a link to his channel in the description below, because I just have a feeling I'm going to forget that I even mentioned this guy in this episode. But yeah, if you're watching this, go check out his channel. This is a little sad though. I lost a heart because I was struck by a fireball. I need to be more careful though. That is a little bit annoying though. I've got to be a little quick and a little more alert, if you will. Just take out my arrow. What? I was hoping that would take him out in one blow. I think 2 will do the trick. There you go. Of course, arrows aren't as powerful as the Master Sword, but it would have been nice if one single arrow would have took him out. Uh-oh, we're almost out of magic. Thank you, Magical Toucan, for leaving such a wonderful present as a magic jar for me in your death. You know, even though I was the one that killed you, you went ahead and left me a present. That's very thoughtful. I see a treasure chest over there, but I can't help but think it's just going to be a treasure chart, which is not my focus right now, as you guys know. My focus right now is 1, trying to clear this dungeon and restore power to the Master Sword, and of course 2, trying to save Little Macro from his prison, if I can figure out how to do it. But it's a dungeon map, so we'll use that. But now that I think about it, I need to pause in order to use the dungeon map. Normally you could use the gamepad and all, but my gamepad is all the way like 7 feet away from me on my TV stand. I'm not using my television in order to play this, by the way. I am actually using my computer monitor. I've got it hooked up to my Elgato, and then the Elgato's hooked up to my TV monitor, so I'm using my computer desk, and that's actually really handy. I prefer playing that way, but that's beside the point. Let's use our Deku Leaf to hover over here now that we've got full bars of magic. I think we will be able to survive this here trip, hopefully, or at least make it to those skulls over there. I'm pretty sure that Nintendo placed skulls, or placed magic jars inside of those skulls, don't you guys think? Oh, and I really hope that's the case. What? Nope. There you go. And I'm sure that there's another one over here. And these guys are back trying to hit me with fireballs. And these guys are trying to swoop down and slice my face off with their really sharp propellers. I can imagine that their propellers are pretty sharp if you think about it. That would be... Could you imagine if P-hats were real? That would be really scary. Aw, stay back! If only you didn't... Oh, I was going to say if only you didn't teleport like that, but even though you did teleport, you only teleported a few centimeters away from where you originally teleported, if that makes sense. So that's not exactly the best strategy when fighting me. I'm so tempted to call these guys Magic Koopas, I'm just saying. Oh, alright, I got you. So what Macro was saying was that you need to be extremely heavy in order to step on this switch here, and then that should not free him from the prison. That's a bit of a surprise to me. I thought that it was going to open the prison or allow me to do something to help Macro out of his prison over there. But it looks like we can go ahead and make a drop down there. I'm kind of curious as to what's down there. But let's do this carefully. Let's use our Deku Leaf here. Do you guys see those targets on the wall, by the way? That's pretty much saying, hey, this is where you get the hook shot here. So I'm just saying, this is where you are going to get that wonderful item. And it looks like after we descend down here, we're going to have no way to get back up aside from using the hook shot, you see? Uh-oh, but I do not want to lose any hearts from fall damage. You know what, I don't even think I need to use the Deku Leaf in order to get down here properly. I can just jump here like this, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's enter this here room before we go ahead and conclude the episode. Not much was done in this episode, I get that, but this is a trek as it has been, or as it was in the Earth Temple. This is just a trek through this dungeon trying to clear it. Did you hear that? I thought I heard something. Let's see. Okay, so it's just those spikes making noises. The I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to... Oh, okay. I need my bombs, it seems. The tiles appear cracked, so I'm going to try using my bombs to blow them up. I'm kind of curious as to whether or not using iron boots on top of on top of these tiles will work. It actually doesn't look like bombs will work. Let's see if iron boots will do the trick. Maybe I'll be so heavy that I'll fall through the floor. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay. Imagine if you weren't Link and you didn't have all of the equipment that you had, and you were just a treasure hunter trying to get through this dungeon, trying to see what type of treasures lied in store inside of this place, and then you fell into a trap like this with a floor master and these weird statue guys that again look like dancers, and then these weird spikes that for some reason or another are jumping up and down. I don't know what they're doing. Such weird spikes. It looks like we need to use these statues here, so I'm not entirely sure what to do with them though. Let's see. Can I throw it up here? Nah, Link doesn't have quite the upper arm for that type of stuff quite yet. Oh, I got it. What? Ouch! What just happened? Oh, I didn't see that spike over there. That was totally my bad, as things like that tend to be. They always tend to be my bad. Why would it be your guys' bad, right? There's no one else to blame but me. Alright, and thankfully there is a design here on the floor that shows you where you are supposed to place this here block with the spring on top of it. And if we just move this over here, we can move it next to that said spring block and then get on top of it and get to that other side of the room. It looks like there was a treasure chest on that other side of the room, so I'm hoping that it's a little more than a treasure chart, you know? I'm kind of hoping that it will be the hook shot, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Let's use the iron boots and launch ourselves upward. Here we are. Oh, let's see what's inside. Alright, and we got a small key. Very good, very good. And the spikes turned off, so that's very nice. We don't need to jump back down, we can just walk across. Alright, and it looks like that is going to be the end of this episode of Wind Waker HD. Tune in next time where we will complete the Earth Temple. Not the Earth Temple, the Wind Temple. Way to butcher an ending, ShdwjGaming. Way to go. Thumbs up to you. Thank you once again for tuning in. As always, I really appreciate that you guys took the time to watch this video. Now, in this end card, you guys can go ahead and check out the previous episode as well as the next episode of this series once that episode comes out, of course. Also, you guys may want to check out my new Super Mario Brothers, my Super Mario 3D World series. If you guys haven't yet, it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like, and if you'd like to see more from me, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. I will see you guys later.